It's your boy Ward, the atmosphere changer. Where there's no vision, the people perish. You walked into 2026 with the same habits, the same worries, the same bills on the table, but no clear vision for where your life is actually going. The Bible says in Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish. Another way to say it is, where there is no revelation, people cast off restraint. When you don't see what God sees, you drift. You lose discipline. You settle. As the atmosphere changer, this message is for every man and woman in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, and beyond. The ones who is tired of repeating the same year and ready to let God give you a fresh vision for 2026. If you stay with this the whole way through, at the end, you will pick one decision and one discipline to reset your life this week. We're going to do it in 5 parts. Part 1, what no vision really looks like. No vision is not just a church phrase. This is what it looks like in real life. It looks like getting up on Monday already defeated. Driving to work knowing this is not what you were created for. Ooh, I used to hate my job. Excuse me. Scrolling in the night, numb, instead of talking to God. It looked like being spiritually dry, but pretending you're okay. Sound familiar? Being financially tight and telling yourself, this is just how it is for me, for people like me. No, that's a lie. Feeling too old to start again, too tired to dream again. That was me. If you're in your 50s and 60s, listen, you are not too old for God to give you a fresh vision. Moses was called at 80. 80. Abraham saw his promise in his later years. I don't know how old he was, but I know it was his later years. The enemy wants you to believe your best years are behind you. God says, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to give you a future and hope. No vision. No vision. No vision means you react to life instead of leading your life. You survive the year instead of shaping the year. Is that you? Is that you? This is not your condemnation. This is your wake-up call. Part 2. I like to say I use, the 5 elements of a successful life. I call this the 5 elements as God's reset. God gave you more than a calendar. He gave you a way to live. In this community, the Atmosphere Changer community, we talk about the 5 elements of a successful life. Purpose, vision, attitude, discipline, and decision. I want you to think of them like this. Purpose, why on earth am I here? Vision, what does my life look like when I walk with God on purpose? Attitude, how do I respond when life doesn't feel fair? Discipline, what I do consistently, even when I don't feel like it. decision. What choice do I make that locks all this in? Purpose points you. Vision shows you. Attitude fuels you. Discipline trains you. And decision, it seals it. When there is no vision, people perish. But when there is vision, aligned with God's purpose, you stop drifting and you start directing your life with Him. All right, let's go to part 3. Vision for 2026. Seeing what God sees. Vision is not just a mood board or a New Year's resolution. Vision is seeing your life the way God sees it. Vision for 2026 might look something like this. Spiritually, you see yourself actually opening the Word, praying, not just on Sunday, but every day. In your health, you see yourself walking with more energy, treating your body like a temple instead of a trash can. In your finances, you see yourself managing money with wisdom, getting out of debt, being generous instead of always behind. I dealt with that for a long time. Whew. In your calling, you see yourself using your gifts, whether that's singing, teaching, mentoring, creating, whatever it is, instead of hiding your gifts in the shadows. Vision is not fantasy. Vision is a picture of what obedience could look like in real life. I like that. Proverbs 29:18 says, when there is no vision, people cast off restraint. In other words, when you can't see the future, you don't care about today. But when you do see, when you see yourself healthy, clear, focused, walking with God, then suddenly the little disciplines start to matter. You can't unsee destiny. Once God show you who you are, once God show you, you are responsible. Part 4, discipline and decision. That's the bridge from vision to reality. Vision without discipline is just a dream. Discipline without a clear decision, it's just activity. Let's talk discipline. Hebrews 12:11 says, no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Glory! Discipline is training your body, training your mind and your spirit to line up with what God has shown you. From my own life as an exterminator, there were seasons I did not feel like getting up early. I did not feel like taking extra calls. I did not feel like learning anything new. But discipline showing up when I didn't feel like it, it opened doors, paid bills, and most importantly, gave me the freedom to start stepping into this calling as the atmosphere changer. Now, a decision is when you tell your life, we don't go back there anymore. Some of you have vision. You even have moments of discipline, but you have not made it clear decision. This is what decision sounds like. From today on, I will not numb myself every night with scrolling. From today on, I tie and budget before I spend. From today on, I speak life over my future instead of death. Like that? I love it. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not into thine own understanding. And in all the ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Oh, I'm preaching good. Your decisions become the steering wheel God uses to direct your path. All right, let's get to the last one, part 5. Part 5, we're going to do a 7-day 2026 reset challenge. Now let's make this practical. This is where your 2026 start to look different, right? For the next 7 days. Oh, I'm itching. Whew. Here's the challenge. Every morning, write one sentence on vision. By the grace of God, I see myself healthy, focused, debt-free, in my calling, whatever God showed you. Every day, choose one discipline that matches that vision. If your vision is spiritual, read one chapter, pray for 10 minutes, worship on purpose. If your vision is health, walk 15 to 20 minutes, drink more water, cut one bad habit. If your vision is financial, track every dollar. Don't swipe without thinking. Make a plan. That was my problem. I used to swipe all the time. Make every night, make one conscious decision. Lord, I decide to agree with your plan for my life. Then act on it. One phone call, one email, one step of obedience. You are not stuck because you are cursed. Most times you are stuck because there is no clear vision, no consistent discipline, and most importantly, and no firm decision. So here's what we are going to do together. Drop in the comments your one-sentence vision for 2026. Or just type, I see it now. Then tell me one decision you're making this week. It can be simple, but it has to be real. If this message stirs something in you, go binge the 5 Elements series on this channel. Purpose, vision, attitude, discipline, decision. And let it be your 2026 reset course. And do me another favor. Hit subscribe. Share this with somebody in their 40s, 50s, or 60s who think it's too late. It's not too late for them. Say this out loud with me before you go to the next video. You ready? 2026, I will not perish. I will live by God's vision for my life. And remember, you are not stuck. You are one God-given vision, one disciplined step, and one bold decision away from a completely different atmosphere. I'm your boy Ward, the atmosphere changer.